Welcome to Travel Partner. I'm Samantha Brown, and today we're spending 24 hours in Paris, France. This is my first time here, so you'll get my honest, unfiltered reactions as we explore. We'll hit the big sights, but also hunt for those hidden moments that make Paris unique. What's it really like to experience Paris in just one day? Let's find out together. Grab your virtual passport and let's dive into the heart of Paris. If you love travel and adventure, you're in the right place. Subscribe to join our community of explorers. Our 24-hour clock in Paris starts now. I've got my map, my camera, and a sense of wonder. Let's see what the day brings. Let's experience the sights, sounds, and tastes of Paris together. Let the adventure begin. Stepping out of the train station, I was hit by a wave of anticipation and curiosity. This was Paris, the city I'd dreamed about for years, finally right in front of me. But Paris was not the dreamy movie set I'd imagined. Instead of golden sunlight and quiet boulevards, I found gray skies, construction cranes, and a city that felt raw and real. The city buzzed with energy, cars honking, people rushing past, a constant hum of conversation in a dozen different languages. It was chaotic, vibrant, and a little overwhelming. My hotel was tucked away in Le Marais, a neighborhood where centuries-old charm meets a modern, creative edge. The streets twisted and turned, revealing something new at every corner. Old buildings with flower boxes stood beside bold graffiti and contemporary art galleries, a reminder that Paris is always reinventing itself. Paris isn't frozen in time. It's alive and evolving, shaped by the people who call it home and the visitors who pass through. I felt overwhelmed. So much to see, so little time. The pressure to experience everything at once was real, and I worried I might miss something important. But I reminded myself, it's not about checking off a list, it's about soaking in the experience, letting the city reveal itself at its own pace. So I started with a classic ritual, a café crème and a buttery croissant at a sidewalk cafe, just watching the world go by. As I watched the city wake up around me, my anxiety faded. The croissant was perfect, the coffee strong, and for a moment, I felt completely at ease. In that simple moment, I felt connected to the city, as if I belonged there, even if just for a little while. Paris isn't just about monuments or famous sights. It's about these small, perfect slices of daily life that make the city truly unforgettable. I was finally starting to settle in, ready to discover the Paris that exists beyond the postcards. My first major stop in Paris, the legendary Louvre Museum. I dreamed of this moment for years, picturing myself wandering its grand halls, surrounded by masterpieces. Even with a pre-booked ticket, the sheer scale and energy of the place is overwhelming. The crowds are massive, and the anticipation in the air is almost electric. The glass pyramid entrance is iconic, a modern symbol of art and culture. But once inside, the museum unfolds like a labyrinth, filled with centuries of art and history at every turn. Like millions of visitors before me, I made a beeline for the Mona Lisa, following the signs and the flow of eager tourists. The crowd was intense, phones everywhere, people jostling for a selfie, everyone desperate for a glimpse of the world's most famous smile. The painting itself? Smaller than I'd imagined, protected behind thick glass, and surprisingly distant. It felt almost impersonal, separated from the viewer by layers of security and expectation. It was hard to connect with the art amid the chaos and noise. The experience felt rushed, and I found myself wishing for a quieter moment. So I wandered away from the crowds, letting my curiosity guide me. Soon, I found myself alone in Napoleon III's apartments, a world away from the frenzy. Gilded rooms, velvet furniture, and glittering chandeliers surrounded me, breathtaking and peaceful, like stepping into a forgotten palace. Here, in the quiet, I finally felt the history and magic I'd hoped for. The silence let me soak in every detail, every story hidden in the walls. Sometimes the best moments aren't the famous ones. They're the unexpected discoveries, the peaceful corners away from the crowds. The Louvre taught me something important. It's okay if the big attractions don't wow you. There's so much more to explore if you're willing to look. Stay curious, wander off the beaten path, and you'll find your own magic in the most unexpected places. The quiet, gilded rooms were my favorite discovery, a hidden gem in a museum full of treasures. Sometimes the real treasures are the ones you stumble upon when you least expect it, far from the crowds and the noise. After the Louvre, I craved fresh air and spontaneity. I put away my map and wandered toward Ile de la Cité. Getting lost is my favorite way to explore a new city. I found hidden squares, bakeries, and artisan shops. In a quiet square, locals read newspapers, kids chased pigeons, and life moved slowly. I bought cheese from a family-run fromagerie, communicating with smiles and gestures. That simple exchange was more memorable than any famous painting. The best travel moments are often unscripted. The soul of Paris is in its quiet corners and everyday connections. Sometimes the best plan is no plan at all. Let the city surprise you. The Latin Quarter was my next stop, a neighborhood where every cobblestone seems to tell a story, and every corner promises a new adventure. It's historic, lively, and truly a paradise for anyone with a sweet tooth or a love for culture. I couldn't resist stepping into a charming pâtisserie, drawn in by the rainbow of delicate macarons displayed in the window. Each bite was a tiny explosion of flavor, crisp on the outside, soft and creamy within, with flavors ranging from classic pistachio to tangy passion fruit. Sugar-fueled and grinning, I wandered into Shakespeare and Company, the legendary English-language bookstore that's inspired generations of writers and readers. Books stacked everywhere, cozy corners to curl up in, and even a resident cat. It felt like stepping into a storybook itself, pure literary magic. The store regularly hosts readings and events, connecting travelers, dreamers, and locals through a shared love of stories and ideas. I spent nearly an hour browsing the shelves, discovering hidden gems and old favorites. I paused to read the heartfelt notes left by visitors from around the world, each one sharing a piece of their journey. Surrounded by the creative energy, I felt inspired and at home. I picked out a book to remember the day and had it stamped with the store's iconic seal, a perfect Parisian souvenir to treasure. Paris's art scene isn't just in its grand museums. It thrives in its bookshops, bakeries, and the everyday life of the city. Creativity is alive in the hands of bakers, the passion of booksellers, and the conversations between strangers. This city celebrates imagination and artistry in every corner, from vibrant street art to impromptu music performances. My afternoon was a delicious, inspiring mix of planned stops and unexpected discoveries, each moment more memorable than the last. If you love exploring unique spots and hidden gems, subscribe for more adventures and travel inspiration. Paris filled both my stomach and my soul, leaving me eager for whatever surprises tomorrow might bring. As evening approached, I headed to the banks of the Seine for a sunset picnic. On the Pont des Arts, I enjoyed cheese and baguette as the city glowed gold. Couples strolled, friends laughed, musicians played, Paris at its most romantic. The Eiffel Tower began to sparkle, and the whole bridge gasped in delight. In that moment, all the day's little struggles melted away. This was the Paris I dreamed of, magical, beautiful, unforgettable. The sunset and sparkling tower were pure joy. Sometimes, travel is about witnessing beauty that stays with you forever. This was the heart of my Parisian adventure. A single, perfect experience can make an entire trip worthwhile. I'll cherish this memory for a lifetime. Paris truly is the city of light. After the Eiffel Tower's sparkle, it was time for a real Parisian dinner. I found a cozy bistro in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, red and white tablecloths, handwritten menu. Dining in Paris isn't rushed. It's meant to be savored. My waiter took my order, then left me to relax and watch the world go by. At first, I felt impatient, but soon I embraced the slower pace. The table was mine for the night. No rush, just enjoyment. The steak frites and wine were delicious, but the real treat was learning to slow down. Travel is about experiencing new ways of living. The Parisian approach to dining taught me patience and mindfulness. Savoring life's simple pleasures is a lesson I'll take home. It was the perfect end to my culinary adventure. My 24 hours in Paris were almost over. After dinner, I took one last walk through the illuminated streets. Paris at night is quieter, more intimate, and even more beautiful. The Louvre's glass pyramid glowed, the Seine shimmered, and the city felt magical. I reflected on my whirlwind day, expectations, surprises, and lessons learned. Paris isn't just romance or art. It's a city of contrasts and hidden gems. To truly appreciate it, you have to embrace its many facets and let it surprise you. I felt grateful for the beauty, the challenges, and the growth. This single day taught me more than any guidebook. My first visit wasn't what I expected, but it was exactly what I needed. Paris was a wonderful, imperfect adventure. As I left for the station, Paris was waking up again. My whirlwind 24 hours proved you don't need weeks for a meaningful travel experience. All you need is an open mind and a willingness to embrace the journey. I hope my honest story inspires you to explore, whether it's Paris or your own hometown. Travel opens our world and connects us all. What was your most surprising travel moment? Share in the comments. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe for more adventures. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.